Hi, this is Dr. Carla Michelle, and I am happy to have this time with you today on the Strong Network podcast. When we hop into the topic, I want you to know that we're going to be talking about the free woman. And for my gentlemen listeners, yes, it does say free woman, but yet the questions, the insight can still be converted to a man's point of view. This book is a tool that's going to, as I look at it, a tool that's going to assist us in where and what we said we wanted to do to be free of, how to walk free, how to think freer, wherever you are in your I'm free journey. And if you've never thought about it, first, let me let you know you can get this book on Amazon. I will put the link in the show notes. You can also visit drcarlainc.com, and in resources, books, the book is there, and it will take you right to the link to purchase. So I suggest, if you don't, many of you do have this, but if you don't, go ahead and buy a copy, because what we're going to do is go into the question section of each area. And your responsibility, if you so choose, is to read the chapter. And the chapters, or the intro, is very short or concise, I should say, to where you could, won't take long, but it helps to understand where you're thinking, because this will help you understand more about yourself and where we are in life right now, where we are when it comes to the world. It is important to find out or remind ourselves, where do we need to remind ourselves to stay free? Where do we need to get free? Where do we need to move forward in freedom? And not take what is happening right now to you personally and let it weigh you down from the freedom that you say you want. And you could be freedom, or it could be freedom, or it could be whatever you see, where you know you're getting heavy with the things that are no longer working. You're getting heavy with the surroundings that you've put yourself in. You're getting heavy in the spaces that you have. You're getting heavy with unemployment as you look for a job. You're getting heavy as you're raising a family, starting your business, maintaining your business during this time. You're getting heavy, and this will help us think about what it looks like in your definition of free. I also want to mention another book that I've written, and this was written, this book is like my life book, The Strong Woman's Playbook. It is on Amazon as well, Become Your Greatness. And the thing about this book is you're going to learn like what I've gone through to be here today. And that could be mentally be here today, physically be here today, but what I walk through, how I became walked into this book, and then how I actually got into this book, Confidence Without a Chaser. But back to this, the Strong Woman's Playbook is something that I started so many years ago, very long time ago. And to see that I needed a concept, because I am a conceptual thinker, and sometimes it's a fault now, because I'm learning in this way of going beyond being logical in life to help. And I'm going to tell you, my logic ways were based on fear. My logical ways was based on making sure I didn't fail, because I felt failure all around me, and I did fail. I fell in many ways. This book is where I came up with strategic, talented, resilient, optimistic, necessary, and going global. This is what I came up with after divorce. This is what I came up with feeling the weight of taking care of 4 children as a single mom. This is the weight of being laid off while I was trying to figure life out. This is the playbook for me. This is the one that explains so much of how I think and how I thought to get through. So the Strong Woman's Playbook, I said that's a big intro. Strong Woman's Playbook is on Amazon as well as Confidence Without a Chaser. They're all there for you. So as we look at this book, and I have my not for sale copy here that I've written in for my notes. And as we look at this, I want to read a section for you that I feel you will find helpful as we go along. So the chapter 1, this is a section in there, The Free Woman, A Portrait of Liberation. In the heart of this book lies the concept of the free woman. She's not bound by the limitations imposed by society, by expectations, or by her fears. Instead, she stands tall, unapologetically, embracing her authenticity and individuality. She understands that freedom is not a destination, but a continuous journey. Freedom is a way of life. She embodies the principles of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-power, self-empowerment, if you want it that way. The free woman knows that freedom isn't confined to external circumstances alone. It's not solely about breaking physical chains or shattering the glass ceilings, although those are undeniable important aspects. True freedom begins within. True freedom begins within, in the depths of one's own mind and heart. In the depths of your own mind and heart. And the way that I like to define heart is your own understanding. Freed in your understanding of life. It's the liberation from self-doubt, from fear, from limiting beliefs. It's the audacity to dream, to set goals, and to pursue them relentlessly. So when I think about and I remind myself about what it is to be free, we have to know, you have to know, I have to know, that there are some things in life that we continually let grab us, hold us, almost imprison us. And many times, not almost, it does imprison. But there is still what we have is the power to break that. You know, today when I was dilly-dallying around today, I thought about how there's so much of the time that I name a season, and I name a season for what the facts show. So the facts may show this about this bank account. The facts may show this about the business. The facts may show this about whatever you're facing, health, friendships, relationships. The facts may show. But you know what? I made a decision today. I said today, my decision is I'm no longer naming the seasons by facts. I'm going to name the season by truth. And the truth is, every season for me in my house is the winning season. Every season, because even when it looks like things are chaotic and things are unpredictable and things should not be, and how are things going to be? It's still a winning season. It's still a winning season. I don't care about any factual information. My mind, because remember, we also said true freedom begins within the depths of one's own mind and heart. True freedom. So if my mind is stuck on what the facts are telling me, showing me, I'm going down. I am going down. And trust me, I go down. I go down when I'm not thinking about winning, and not winning like pushing and fighting. I'm winning as I always win. I always win. I know what it looks like. I don't like what it feels like. But to make it through, I've got to see the win. I've got to see the benefit of moving forward when my freedom is on the line, when my freedom to think the way that I need to think at this moment is on the line. Which one am I going to choose? And that is, today I decided, today, from this day on, I only have winning seasons. I only have, because it's my world. It's my world. It's your world. It's your world. What type of season do you really want? What type of season do you really deserve? Because you're free. Free. How to live free every day. You're free. So let's go ahead and let me read this section here, the power of inner freedom. One of the pillars of the free woman's existence is the profound concept of inner freedom. It's the cornerstone upon which she builds her life, enabling her to navigate life's challenges with grace and unwavering resilience, regardless of external circumstances. Inner freedom empowers her to find tranquility in the midst of chaos. Tranquility. We're not just saying, rest. Tranquility. Tranquility is like over like peace on drugs. I mean, can peace be on drugs? But it it is tranquil. It's like if you've read the Bible, it's like, he leads you beside quiet streams. That's tranquility. Tranquility in the midst of chaos. There is so much power. I feel so free and so powerful when chaos is happening and I am chilling. I am at peace. I know where my peace comes from. I was in the dentist this week and just getting the regular cleaning, and one of the technicians said, you know Alicia Keys? And I'm like, yeah. Yes, I do. And he goes, well, that's, one of his favorite artists. And I said, oh, you remind me of her. And I was like, And he goes, no, not, I mean, you got curly hair and all, but her way, she's a very, like her essence is just very calming. And that's what I see in you. And I was like, thank you. It's that tranquility. Because I want to tell you this, your tranquility affects others' tranquility, or it reminds them and makes them thirst for that calmness that you have, for that peace that you carry, for that ability to not freak out in the midst of what's happening in your world. In the midst of not having that job yet, in the midst of having so many interviews, getting so far, and they're not talking, to have the tranquility when your relationship is ending and you've put all that you could have put in that relationship, all of your time, all of your energy, had those babies, did sacrifices in the sense of your time and your energy and even what you stood on, you gave. And right now you need that tranquility. You need to go ahead and find out, how can I get free again? What do I need to do? How do I need to think? What actions do I need to take? Where do I need to reinsert myself to where I get the results that I know deep down that I desire and deserve and demand. Desire, deserve, and demand. How do you get to that freedom? The freedom you desire, you deserve, and you demand. So think about that. Think about, how do you get to that place of freedom that you desire, that you deserve, and you demand. And if you have a piece of paper, or you turn to, in this book, I've freely given space for you to write notes. It even says notes. It's freely giving you place. So when you have the book, and if you have it now, go ahead and write down, what is freedom that I deserve, that I desire, that I demand. Because you can deserve it. You deserve it. But you can demand it from yourself. Because and the reason why I put yourself in there, because many times we look for people to give us freedom. There are many times you have to demand the freedom. Demand it from yourself. Demand to think free. Demand to walk free. Demand to talk free. Because people will put on you what they want to put on you. People will demand from you what they desire of you. Because you're not stepping up for you. Because you're not saying what needs to be said. That's another thing. I tell you, this year for me has been so much inner, I always thought we can call it inner work, but that's kind of shortchanging it. It is so much being uprooted in me. So much uprooted in me. So many prayers are being answered in the uprooting, because I believe where I'm saying I want to go and knowing where I'm supposed to be, that means that there is going to be an uprooting, freeing. That's me pulling the the plant out, me freeing that, so that I could be truly where I know I am supposed to be. I tell this story a lot. During I went to college right out of high school, didn't finish, dropped out. And then I tried to go back, married and had kids, didn't finish because I got pregnant with my fourth child. And so, you know how life is. And once they got, after, let's see, I did go back, and I finished one degree. And then divorcing, I went and finished another degree while the 4 kids were home, and I was working, and even got laid off while I was, going to school. And that's actually why, let me back up. That's actually why I went back to school. I was laid off, and I said, hey, really back, and this is early 2000s, it was really important for me to get an education because I always felt I didn't finish. But bigger than that, I would always have these visions of me sitting at a desk in a school. So when I would get this, it was so powerful. It was so imprinted. Maybe that's the word. It was so imprinted on me that I would go and I would register for school. So I finished a degree, and then the vision would come again. And you're like, I'm thinking I'm good, right? And I'm not, because I'm getting this vision, and I try to be as sensitive as I can to whatever leading I'm getting from God. And I went ahead and I registered again. And then I thought, I gotta be finished. This is a master's, But then it came again, and I went ahead and I finished and got a doctorate. The point I'm making is freedom can take steps that looks like you're not free. Freedom can take steps that look like you're not free. So, how does freedom register when I'm a mom, 4 kids, it's my week, still studying, still having to go to work once I've got a job again, still having to show up for the kids' events, and all that? That didn't seem free. It didn't seem like I was free and living free every day, but it was a part of the journey of the freedom that I desired, because I'm here today. And if that was not all done, I wouldn't be here today doing this, talking to you with books, talking about what it takes to be that free person that you see yourself being. Because I saw some freedom. I saw it. I saw where the bills weren't so much my enemy. Now, you know what I call the bills? I call them my partners. So it's time to pay my partners because they partner with me. My cell phone bill is a partner. The car is a mobile partner. The credit cards, they're partnerships. These are partnerships to continue and to do what I need to do. So you see that what freedom happens to your mind when you look at it in a different view. Instead of it being a bad season, it's a winning season. Instead of looking at bills as, oh my gosh, and I'm the one that made them, but yet, I had to call on my partner so I can sit down with them and not feel ruled by them. But I could see the need of them and how to utilize them. That was freedom to me. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to finish. Let me see where I was. Yeah, okay. So I stop at tranquility. Let me finish this. Inner freedom empowers her to find tranquility in the midst of chaos, to uphold her self-worth when faced with adversity. Uphold self-worth. Self-worth. It is tested and tested and tested and tested. Sometimes it's stolen before we even get a chance to understand what self-worth is. As kids, we don't understand what that means, self-worth. We don't understand it. But yet, isn't it crazy that it is bombarded in so many ways? Our self-worth is bombarded by our parents. They don't, whether they know it or not, it's bombarded by how they act, by the rules they put in place, by the expectations, by the way they decide to punish or to correct. It all, at such an early age, bombards our self-worth. Don't add in, or should we? I shouldn't say don't add in. Let's acknowledge molestation, sexual assault, young. Me being molested at a young age, I feel it was such a setup to take not just my self-worth at the time, but to also take my value and to also mess with my future. And I see that for you. that what has ever happened to you growing up was an attack on your self-worth, was an all-out war on for who you would be today. I mean that with all my heart. It was a setup where you would be so discouraged, feeling so unworthy, that your self-worth would be so low that you would not achieve, that you would not flourish, that you would not reach the things that you were created and born to reach. Because we get so hung up, which I think is the plan, on what has happened, who has done it, who keeps doing it, or it keeps happening in my life because of that seed planted of our value and our worth. And that's why when I talk about what's happening this year, what's going on this year, and how being free, inner freedom empowers me. I'm going to make it personal. Inner freedom empowers me to find tranquility in the midst of chaos, to uphold worth when faced with adversity, uphold worth when I face adversity, and to foster a mindset that thrives on growth and self-discovery. That fosters a mindset that thrives on growth and self-discovery. And that's all of my life. Once I realized how freedom comes, how free comes, it is to foster a mindset that thrives on growth and self-discovery. So join me next time as we finish, because I am just getting started. As we finish, we're going to continue and we're going to talk there. We'll start there, but I don't want to take up any more space. I want you to stop and I want you to think about it. I want you to write, get the book, or you have the book, get it for a friend, and join me as we talk about the free woman and how to live free every day. Take notes, talk to yourself, pray about it, spend some time and ask yourself, where am I right now when it comes to my freedom? Where am I? Am I free? Or I'm just chink, chink, but I'm walking. The point of this is I want you free. All right. This is Dr. Carla Michelle. Thank you for your time. Remember, you can get your book and any of the other books on Amazon, or the link in the show notes. All right. I will see you soon. Take care and stay strong. Bye-bye.